Right. So today was another similar situation. Another new high on the Nasdaq. Um, actually, we might not have made. Oh no, we did. We did. We did. Yeah. So and traded it the same way as well. We struggled. One good trade, one bad trade, one good trade, one bad trade. And again, as with yesterday, we took a decent trade right at the end, which sort of got us back nicely and into the green. So it was a green day in the end, quite a nice green day. But yeah, it was a grind, and yeah. Right, so again, we feel as though we're breaking out of the opening range. We're starting to push. We just get above our entry, and then we end up straight back below it, above, below, above, below. We ended up getting out for not enough, basically. It just doesn't look as though it's gonna go. To be fair, it keeps trying to push, coming back on itself, trying to push, coming back, it's just not flushing. It's just not going. So yeah, I just don't think there's much momentum in the market at the moment. It's just very uncertain because we are at the all-time highs again. We had this, I think, a couple of months ago where it pushed to the all-time highs, and it just became really, really difficult, especially for someone like me who's a bit of a beginner. So you just sort of move down onto the 1 minute chart, and we're starting to, we're bull flagging, teasing us with a bit of a breakout, but yeah, move our stop, and like I say. So these next couple of trades were strange because we got this area of supply there, which I've sort of started, because other strategies just aren't working, so you might as well give this one a go. I actually used to trade Bitcoin a little bit, and supply and demand zones are really well respected on crypto, but they don't seem to be as well respected on the Nasdaq, unfortunately. So it's not really something that I ever really bother looking at, or I don't think it's I'm sure there are people out there that trade it to good effect, but yeah. So the idea is we're taking a short out of this demand zone. We've also had, this is the 5 minute chart, we've got a lot of green candles to the upside without any real pullback. So we get a bit of one, nice trade. I don't know what I was doing here. Gold. I don't see the point in what I did here. Yeah, lower lows, lower highs being put in. Yeah, I don't really know why I switched over. I think I was just sick of watching the Nasdaq not doing anything. So I moved over to gold, and this was the only trade that I took on gold. Again, small contract size because we're still using our smaller account. And it just feels, with such a small contract sizes, it just feels as though there's just not much point, just sort of grinding you. And yet, when you take a loss, the losses are fucking monumental. Yeah. So I think, yeah, our risk to rewards suffering a little bit again. It used to be like that, and it's gone that way again, really, that we're having to set big stops for really small profits that just aren't worth taking, like this here. It's just not worth it. Tried a long off that. Excuse me. Tried a long off that pivot point, off that EMA as well. A little bit of a pullback there on the Nasdaq. There was a supply zone above this one as well, so we were kind of anticipating it tapping into that, which it does. But again, refused to stay in the trade for too long because, I was anticipating it coming back on us. I think this is where, this is a perfect example of where the discipline comes in, or lack thereof, because we took a short out of this supply zone. Oh no, sorry. So we've tapped into this next supply zone there. And, oh no. Anyway, the long and short is we've taken we've gone short, long, short on essentially the same area of price action. So it's like we really each candle that's forming is just really telling us a completely different story of what we think might happen. It's just impacting the way I'm looking at things. Luckily, this does go. We're sort of targeting the 21 EMA there, so it moves, but yeah, it's just a bit, yeah, I don't know. I'm also struggling to hold trades because they're just coming back on themselves too much, you know. But yeah, again, this one was, you know, it was fine. There was nothing wrong with it, but just, yeah, trying to trade every candle again. It's getting a bit, yeah, I don't know. Took a short, below that pivot point, closed below. Made a lower high. We're anticipating it just to come down, and it doesn't. It just completely reverses, hammers its way back up, and starts pushing back towards the all-time highs again. So, yeah, this one wasn't great. I don't even think we got into profit at all on it. You know, we really did, we really did sell the bottom there. Unfortunately, keeps happening that, but again, just it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. I can't, you know, yeah, fuck it. So this was the last one that we recorded. Come down to that 200 EMA, broken through it, and yeah, we just took a quick short down. Was a nice one. Traded a bit of a larger contract size. I was quite comfortable with taking it. So we didn't go full send either. It wasn't like full. We weren't on tilt. We just put a bigger contract size on. That's all. You know, just was what it was. But yeah, nothing wrong with it, and we ended up nice and green on the day. But it was a grind. It was a real grind. But again, the market was moving in that way, you know, so there's not much you can do.